This is a message to my first wife. Sincere message to my first wife. And I'm gonna explain now how it is that you are my wife and why it is something that it's actually that before you were born, before I was born, we had planned and prepared this for this moment in time. Um, I remember when I was a kid, I used to see you in the surgery, busy with people, busy nabantu, busy, From ekuseni, 6 o'clock in the surgery, you come out for tea, 12 come out for lunch, come out for supper. But most of the time you're just in the surgery. You had visitors that would come and see you and talk to you. So you're always busy, and I'd be so jealous as a kid because I felt like, geez, I spend most of the year away from you, and now I just want to be with you now. But you have to be in the surgery, and that affected me a lot because I would think to myself, geez, why does she have to be in the surgery? And then when I paid attention, I found that there's so many people that would come queuing and sit on the side of the house, this side, and these people needed help from me. Now, I thought to myself, hang on. If it weren't for these people coming here needing help, then you wouldn't have to be in the surgery. Now, this becomes a very interesting thing, and this is what I have to say about being a helper, because there's a saying in the language that we use today. That's why I say, mind your language. You're going to have to learn this language. It's unfortunate because me and you have a future that is forever, and that's what we planned. And I need you to believe me. I need you to believe me because you understand who I am. There was a day you would sit and you'd say, I remember you saying it to the kids, your children, and you were saying to them, you guys look at me with the snuff in my hand and this. Look at me like this, and then you judge me and you think because you're going to your churches, you think that you are better than me. But I'm telling you the truth. You said something so crazy. God's gonna come and he's gonna be the first person he's gonna come for is me. And then he's gonna say, Mtanam, here you are, come with me. Come with me. You can leave that. You don't need that stuff with you anymore. Come with me and come and live a life with me. And then you're gonna enter Israeli like that before all of the people in so-called go to church. And that affected me so much. When you said that, it was like in my language, woman, you just grabbed my dick. Woman, you just grabbed my dick. She said, woman, you just grabbed my dick. you know, you touched me in a very sensitive spot there. I want to actually explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. Okay, so I'm going to show you my notes here. This is a guide to sexual morality, and what I'm trying to say is that when you said what you said, I could relate to what you said because you are highlighting the same ambition. You're basically showing me that we have the same ambition, and this is what you revealed when you made that statement that you made. You said, this is what God is going to do. He's one day going to come and say, no, leave umthwalo yakho, you can come and live with me. And this is why I'm saying you're my wife, because you helped me actually face up or live up or stand up for what my purpose is. And my big purpose is that I am the custodian, umnikazi, umgcini of Ugungoma, of African spirituality, Isangoma, Isanusi, all these guys, everything that makes Africans what we are. When people have umthwalo of having to see for other people, having to heal other people. So all the sangamas and traditional healers essentially are waiting for me to come and take my umthwalo because I'm the one that gave them umthwalo. So that's what I've come to understand. And because you say things like that, that's what made me, even when I was young, to know who I am, because that was my desire, to see you leave your mthwalo, and so that we could have a life. And remember, I was very serious about it. I used to pull your gray hairs out of your head. And the reason why I pull the gray hairs out was there was genuinely a hope that me and you could have a life. Now, what is sad is that because of that, I am just like you, my wife. I've been in the surgery my whole life. So as much as you were in the surgery, day in, day out, all my life I've been in the surgery. And the surgery is finding a way to come to create a world that does not require you to do what you do. And at some point, 2018, I figured that out. I understood exactly why I'm here. And very recently, I've gotten to understand that, yes, Ugungoma is my responsibility. So even the mthwalo that you have, there has to come a time where I sit down with you and we go through all of it so that I can tell you what is happening. Because I wanted to explain this, my wife, is the fact that the things that you do and why people get healed and why the MUTI works and why the Kulus are doing what they're doing is preserving a message that needs to be decoded or needs to be translated, like ukufunda incwadi. These days they use computers as a language in computers called computer programming languages. So it's the same. Ngokwesintu, ngomoya, umuthi, and all the rituals that we do are these codes that need to be put together, because this is where our immortality is, my wife. I gotta tell you the truth. There's a reason why you must think about it. Why would I pull your hair out? One by one. You can't get old, because in my spirit and in my heart, we have a future. It's not like, oh my God, Shona, man. Right. I'm gonna move on with my life, have my wives. You were my wife, and it always been. And I've always been loyal to that. So what I'm saying, my wife, is that if you consider that even uKaNNAN Numalo, they say Ngisulu Umbambeli, he was the one who married you for my sake, so that I can get access to you. And I'm gonna say something to finish this off, Uguti. There's a story that you told me, and me and Ukulu are very much alike. Like I said to the family already, Guti, I am KANNAN. I am the land of milk and honey. I am the one that's gonna take all our people and get them to a place, Guti Mbuso Wezu la emhlabeni. Where we are living now, we can actually live in Mbuso Wezu. So now, what I wanted to say was that there's a story that you told me. There's a time where Kulu used to gamble, you say, and then he barged into the surgery and grabbed the money and went to go gamble again. And then by the end of the night he was arrested. And then when you heard that he was arrested, you didn't say, fuck, this guy is a piece of shit, divorcing this nigga. You didn't say that. You said, you put on your clothes, high heels, looked very nice and stunning, and you walked to this police station, and then the people living at the police station asked you, Vina mama, what are you doing with this useless man? You bailed him out anyways. And you walked back with him home. But he learned a lesson that day. And what I'm saying to you, my wife, is that as much as I'm what you call a fuck up, I've gambled with my life. Let me put it this way. I've taken everything I've got and I've put all my bets on this one thing, good tea, Peter, and we're gonna create a heaven on earth. So now don't expect to even die. That's all I'm saying. If you wanna prepare yourself for that, it's fine. But no, it's actually not. I'm telling you now. So even if you do, I've put all my bets that we are gonna have a future. That what you spoke about, Guti, at the end of the day, all the people will be talking, all the Christians will be talking, but you are the first one that God is going to go for. He's going to say, come with me, leave your stuff, it's okay. So what I'm saying, Guti, lomthwalo othwele, it is my mthwalo, and I need to face up and own up to it now. So this is what this is about. You can disown me and be heartbroken and everything, but it doesn't help. It is what it is. So if you're gonna say, hey, this guy, I'm not going to bail him out, he's embarrassing me, I'm ashamed of my husband now, then it's too late, because if that's what you did for KANNAN, there's no ways you cannot do that for me. So I love you, my wife. You are my wife and we have a future. And this is just a message, and this is on the record for everyone to know that we have a future together. That's forever. Here in this world. I'm not talking about dying here. Shit. So what we need to do is I need to sit down with you and do the work of reading and decoding the message so that I can do the right things. But I don't have the power, I don't have the leverage because of your kids. But I forgive them, I guess. I understand where they're coming from, but they know my standpoint now. But you as my wife need to decide, because you are here to help me. And even if you don't, you already have helped me. That's why you're my wife. And that's what a wife is, a helper. I couldn't have asked for a better helper. So this is how you become my first wife, because my first job is to, in English I'm going to say it now, recontextualize ngithatha lobungoma and spirituality and put it to an end and re-establish a new regulator of life. So take the old regulator of life, put it to an end, and set up the new one. So that's my job. So you're my wife because you're the one that helped me realize that that is a big part of my purpose. To take the actual regulator of life, abokoko nabomkhulu, the whole system of abokoko nabomkhulu, and have it come to a point where all the work that has to be done by that regulator is finished and done, and then set up a new regulator of life that's going to watch over us so that we can all be free to live in a paradise on earth. So this is my job, my wife. So if it weren't for my love for you, and if it weren't for you being in the surgery, if it weren't for you doing what you do, I wouldn't be what I am. And now, if I'm going to say this, I won't say I wouldn't be who I am, but you are a big reason. You've helped my thought process, because from when I was a kid, I was trying to figure that out. To say, shit, how do I free my wife from the obligation of being in the surgery? Only to find that is exactly what my purpose is. It's exactly why I'm here. And that's why I think there's that song, Bazobuya Sbalindile Ngoba Bengenamali. That's how I came into this world, like a rock star. So So you know, my wife, I'm not a child. I'm a very old person. And it's time for us to wake up and act like who we are. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna end it there. Okay. So you can keep Kanaan if you want. You can keep him if you want.